Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we are back with another banging video. So, if you're new, you guys know the do. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. In this video, guys, we're gonna talk about Tony Buzbee defending alleged victim as jayz lawyer turned the screw, which means that Alex Spiral is tightening up things definitely a notch, and the court has responded to Alex Spiral's motion to have the case dismissed. Now, I'm happy that jayz did not settle with this VMA bandit. As a matter of fact, if you have been keeping up with Jaguarwright, even though many people dub her as a liar, Jaguarwright tells us one thing about jayz that we can see. Well, it's not just one thing, but a few things. Now, some of the things that Jaguarwright has shared about jayz that stands out to this day is the point that he's very smart, very calculated, and when jayz is caught in the middle, he creates little fires to make his escape. Now, this time around, he doesn't need to create any little fires because he's moving forward with confidence. In the beginning, he was moving forward with confidence and arrogance because if someone steps forward with a lawsuit, we need to start calling them that. The lawsuits that are just laced with lies. I know that people think that because I'm a female, when a woman steps forward and say something happened to her, I should automatically believe something did happen to her, irrespective of the fact that her own argument is telling us that she's a liar. The VMA bandit in this case, I can say, openly and honestly, based on the details that she has, outlined in the lawsuit, she's telling a lie. And as such, I'm no jayz fan because you guys know that I've been telling you guys for the past 2 years that something is slowly being orchestrated for jayz's takedown. You guys can go back and check those videos. I've outlined the fallout with Deus. That video went viral. It really, really did well for a very small channel to have a video that has garnered over 100,000 views. Maybe at this point in time, it's over 200,000 views. You guys know that that was a pretty darn good video. And I called it in that video, and that was 2 years ago. So you know that I've been right on the ball. Now I understand that a lot of people, they don't want to hear that the VMA bandit is telling a lie because celebrities are horrible, they're dirty and all of that. But I've learned to put my emotions aside when it comes to these things and stand in the gap for humanity, whether it may be male or female. And as such, I can definitely situate my feelings to say she's lying, and I'm happy that jayz didn't feed this fish, because when you feed a liar, you're just opening the floodgates of hell to come tumbling down on you. I want to see jayz be held accountable for the things that he has done and not the things that he has done, because when you tell a lie on someone who has done wrong, you're no better than that person. In this case, I have to say, the VMA bandit is no better than jayz, and I believe that as time passes, we're gonna see, more light being shed on that. Now, there's an update to the lawsuit, and it's a good update. Things are working so far in jayz's favor. The court is saying, I've heard your request to, throw out the case, and we're gonna come to a decision on this date. Tony Buzbee will have his time to respond to the request, which means that Tony Buzbee has to come with supporting evidence, not just argument, but supporting evidence, because his high level of inconsistencies. I'm waiting on my, social media attorneys to chime in to see if their deliberation matches up with mine. So I'm just giving you guys a quick synopsis as to what I think. The court responding to jayz so far is a good thing, which means that the case more than likely is going to go into jayz's favor, not because the court is biased and is in favor of jayz, as you guys can see, but because his attorney, Alex Spiral, has definitely levied some really, really good remarks. And as such, it's going to go in their favor. Now, let's dive into this report. They're saying Tony Buzbee defends alleged victim as jayz's lawyer turned the screw, which means that he's tightening up things and he's turning up things a notch or few. Now they're saying the lawyer representing the woman who claims she was outwarded by rapper Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs has defended his client after inconsistencies emerge in her claims. Jay-Z's lawyer are also arguing that the case is time barred and should be thrown out of court. Now, on this case, yes, he's right about the time barred and should be thrown out of court. Also, the court has the final decision because if there's strong evidence, even though time barred, if there's strong evidence, the court can decide to move forward with the case, right? Now, they're saying Newsweek sought email comment on Thursday from attorney representing Jay-Z and Combs. The woman says that she was outwarded by Jay-Z and fellow rapper Combs at a Video Music Award after party in 2000 when she was 13 years old. A series of sexual assault allegations against Combs add to a wider social debate about toxic masculinity and sexual assault, especially after the rise of the anti-sexual harassment Me Too movement. Jay-Z, who is married to singer Beyonce, has completely rejected the allegations that he had any involvement with Combs' alleged crimes and has launched an extortion lawsuit against Tony Buzbee, his accuser's attorney. No, guys, that lawsuit is going to go forward no matter how things turn out. Now they're saying Buzbee told Newsweek on Thursday that he had screened his client before taking her case and strongly reject criticism that he should have done more to uncover her inconsistencies. He has to stand by his nonsense. And I think it's completely arrogant of him to be standing by his nonsense. He's like, oh, he had screened, it's better that he remained with the argument of, she was screened by another legal team. However, maybe they're having dispute with him on that, pushing back saying, but it's your job to do the final screening and as such, and it's why he's taking accountability. Now they're saying, opinions are like noses. Everyone has one and they all smell, Buzbee told Newsweek. Very feisty. This client was screened by at least 5 lawyers. She also underwent a background check and we had a seasoned investigator and ex-cop check key points of her claim. He said, that's not making any sense though. It's really not making any sense because what Alex Spiro has argued, which is making a lot more sense, is that the venue which she claimed to a party house, and the time frame is not adding up. So how do you still put all of that into perspective? Tony Buzbee is given messy at this point, right? However, let's continue. Now, the report says she has a reasonable explanation for any alleged inconsistencies and remain adamant about her claim. Anyone who says she wasn't properly screened is either ignorant or has oh, please, Tony Buzbee. Like, really? People can't be, ignorant. She clearly wasn't properly screened because there are inconsistencies. And if you had done your legwork, why would you leave such window of opportunity for Alex Spiro to come in? This is a court battle. So what you're saying is as though you're attacking people for whatever reason really doesn't make any sense. It's as though he's so wrong and he cannot admit that he's wrong, that he's just flaming unwarrantedly on people. Really arrogant, if you ask me, and narcissistic. This really proves that Tony Buzbee is a narcissist, Now they're saying the plaintiff is one of over 200 people who have accused Combs of sexual abuse. Combs is being held in New York jail awaiting trial on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, they're saying on December 13th, NBC aired details of an interview with Jay-Z's accuser in which she claimed she talked to musician Benji Madden and his brother at the VMA after party where the alleged hour took place. In her lawsuit, she also alleged that after she was honored by Combs and Jay-Z at the same party, she ran to a gas station and called her father, who came to collect her. Madden's representative told NBC that he was touring the Midwest during the VMAs in 2000 and could not have been at the after show party. Now, this is proving that Tony Buzbee is highly arrogant and extremely narcissistic, because this is what people are talking about, saying that if he had done his necessary legwork, he would realize that her so-called witnesses weren't there, and he would check to verify that they were really on tour. So he would have bring forward his claims better. So with him saying that people are just arrogant, this is just really narcissistic of Tony Buzbee, and it really shows his true colors as to who he really is and what he's about. Definitely not someone that anyone can trust, not even his clients, as one of his clients are now saying, who is suing him. He's definitely not trustworthy, and it shows even in this report. Now, they're saying that in addition, the accuser's father told NBC he does not recall picking up his daughter after the alleged award. Former federal prosecutor Nahima Rahmani said the NBC interview could create a big problem for the accuser, arguing that potentially inconsistent testimony could be used during cross-examination. Rahmani, now president of the West Coast Trial Lawyer law firm in California, said jurors may either believe the inconsistencies are innocent mistake or think the accuser is lying. Separately, Jay-Z lawyer Alex Spiro told the judge overseeing the lawsuit in a letter on December 30th that any viable law claim is time barred under New York's Child Victims Act, CVA. Now, they're saying what people are saying. Former federal prosecutor Naima Rahmani told Newsweek, knowing that Jay-Z had already filed an extortion lawsuit and was going to strongly deny the allegations and call his client a liar, Buzbee made a mistake by not vetting the case better. Exactly. So why is Tony Buzbee lashing out, calling people arrogant for saying he didn't do proper vetting? It shows he's a narcissist. And Buzbee is really, could it be that Buzbee was drunk at the time that he gave this response to the media outlet? Could be. You never know. So, I mean, let's give and take with his response, right? Because it doesn't sound like he was, really altogether there. So let's have some empathy for him there. Now they're saying Buzbee could have easily talked to the victim's father to verify that he picked her up like the NBC reporter did, and Buzbee could have verified that Benji Madden was at the 2000 VMAs, which he was not. Exactly. Simple points. Now that NBC interview is a problem to the extent that it's inconsistent with the allegations in the complaints, which had to be amended. What's next? On December 26th, New York judge Annalise Torres refused Jay-Z's application to dismiss the Howard lawsuit. His motion was based on plaintiff's inconsistency. However, she has yet to rule Jay-Z's claim that the case is time barred. Jay-Z is continuing his extortion lawsuit against Buzbee in California. So what they're saying is that, if you guys remember initially when Jay-Z attorney Alex Spiro filed a motion to have the case dismissed, Judge Annalise Torres was like, no, you overstepped your boundaries. You didn't notify the court that you were going to do this, and as such, you need to take the proper steps, the proper protocol, notify the court. They went ahead and they did so after Christmas. So now they're saying, Annalise Torres hasn't responded based on the time that this report came out, but she has responded and say, okay, yes, all right, we have gotten your request and we're going to look into it, and the time frames have been given. So I'm just waiting on my TikTok. Well, not necessarily TikTok, because we have a few attorneys here on YouTube that also dives into these cases. We're going to talk about it because I believe so far what the judge is saying is looking good in jayz's favor, but I could be wrong. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Because based on what they're saying now is that, the former federal prosecutor, Naima Ramani, is saying that based on these inconsistencies and the interview that she did with NBC, they could either say that she's lying or it never happened. So Ramani is saying the case is looking good for jayz. And again, Ramani is a former federal prosecutor. And all attorneys, as I've told you guys, have said the very same thing. I haven't seen any inconsistencies in the delivery from attorneys who are deliberating on this case. And this win is going to be significant for Diddy, unfortunately, as well. But I mean, hey, no one to be blamed but Tony Buzbee. But let me know, what are your thoughts? While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys in the comment section. Peace.